And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Mother 2 Earthbound. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Let's get moving again. It's that time. Got other things to do, places to go, shit to do, baddies to avoid because I really don't need to. Just as a heads up, let me just show you what I've done here. I haven't really gotten Jeff's IQ up, and I really didn't want to spend too much time on it. Primarily because it was taking too long to get him to spawn, and I was just done with it. But what I did do was get the broken cannon. I bought that, and Jeff actually had enough IQ to fix it. And he made the spectrum beam. So I guess you only need 40, at the most 40 IQ to fix that. I don't remember how much IQ exactly, so it was just pretty cool that I could fix it without having to go balls deep in it. Alright, so now we're in front of the Sphinx, and we got our information earlier about what buttons to press. So let's press those buttons now. Are you a thief, a warrior, or one who has just come to see my majesty? You must decide what you really are, therefore what will you do? So we hit that one, and we just go in the order that we saw on the tablet in you-know-where. In Summers. Or not Summer, yeah, in Summers. Warriors, enter now. Search for the Hawkeye. I love how the Sphinx has like a little mustache. So it's like Nappa. Hey, Vegeta, look! I'm a Sphinx. No. Where does he keep coming from? Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do so himself. Okay, get ready for instant memory. Look at the camera, ready, safe. Pickles, fuzzy condoms. Ooh, those probably aren't very nice. Oh no, I forgot to say it again. May it always bring back the fondest of memories or the worst of nightmares. Okay, well, let's go inside this freaking Sphinx already and get to it. Inside the pyramid, we're going to fight lots of different bad guys. Some we've seen probably before, some... No, we haven't. We shouldn't have seen any of these, but we run into arachnids, which are really just beefed up versions of other bug creatures we've fought in this game so far. We probably don't need any of that. I didn't do that. Toasty. See if we can there. Okay, so Ness will kill the other one, or even Pooh for that matter. There we go. As you can see, they're not too tough. There's more dangerous enemies in the depths below. Okay, some of those things will chase after you. The little creatures on the wall there. Bring it, zombie bitch! Or mummy bitch. As we go, Fierce Shattered Man. Believe freeze is good on these guys. So we'll use a freeze. As you can see, Paula had freeze Omega. So if I really need to fight something tough, we've got the means to do it. Booyah! By the power of fucking Grayskull. And I don't suggest you fuck Grayskull, I'm just saying by the power of Grayskull. There's a mummy wrap. Ugh, I hate that item. It's not that great, and because we do need the inventory space, we're gonna drop it. They sell for like $40-something or $60-something. So the money is minuscule in the grand scheme of things, so just ignore it. Here we go. A Guardian Hieroglyph. Hieroglyph. Is that how you spell that? I do not recollect that spelling. For sake of just doing it, let's just do that. Should be enough for this one bad guy. There we go. What's interesting is that a lot of the creatures in the pyramid and in the desert are weak to, not necessarily weak to ice magic, but you notice they get solidified a little bit more often. So definitely come in here with some good ice magic. Ta-da! There's a viper inside. Much like the other snake, we can just give it to Pooh and make him use it in a random battle or something. There's not really much use to it. Not really. Not in the grand scheme of things. Alright. And we got a lethal asp hieroglyph. Again, same strategy as we've been doing for these hieroglyphs. Just that, and that. Don't get, no reason to get too fancy on your attacks here. Just do what works. The other thing is, if you're worried about grinding, or you think you need to grind, you're going to get a lot of grinding done very soon anyway. When if you're trying to get the Sword of Kings, that's going to be in a couple dungeons from now. So if you're trying to get the Sword of Kings or do any of that kind of stuff, I don't suggest using the caterpillars for leveling, because you're going to level a lot on your own. But you know, it's different for different people. So I showed you what the worms look like. I show you that they definitely exist and all that stuff. So it's really a good start. That's really all you need to know. Ooh. Uh-oh. No! You bitch. Now Mr. Bondi will die. He hit me with my own hand. Well, if you're wondering, I got a big-ass fucking soda here. I had to drop a Scotty 2 Hottie off at the airport with his lady friend, so they could go to Florida for Disney World, and I picked up a big gulp on the way back. I felt I earned it. I earned it. Thunder Gamma. So Pooh's focus is more towards the thunder attacks early on. Well, no, they're about the same, really. But you notice Pooh doesn't get fire, so that's something to think about. Don't think too hard on it, mind you. Just think about it. Booyah! Oops, I meant to use freeze, didn't I? Whoops! Well, ain't that just gonna ruin my day? Well, at least that was enough to kill it. Means freeze gamma would be overkill for that thing. Alright, this should lead us into our first really big room. And because it's our first really big room, we're going to go up and to the left first, because there's actually, I believe, a bag of Dragonite up here that you don't really need to have necessarily, but I like giving it to Pooh as an alternative for the next upcoming boss fight, or just for him to have for later. You can also give the bag of Dragonite to Jeff as well. Actually, that's a good trade-off, now that I think about it, giving them to Jeff. Because when Jeff uses all of his bottle rockets, he still has an item that could be used for attacking. I'm gonna have to do that. Who's holding it now? Bag of Dragonite. She's holding it. Paula's holding it. Okay. Well, let's give it to... You know, I'm gonna give it to Jeff. He's not gonna need anything down here, so... Well, he will... There's a pendant upgrade down here, I think, for him. I forget which pendant it is, so don't ask. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's shoot the Petrified Royal Guard, and let's freeze Gamma the Petrified Royal Guard, just to be on the safe side. Maybe we can solidify the Petrified Guard while we finish off that Asp. Nah, it didn't work. But at least the Asp didn't get an attack in there. Booyah! That'll finish him off. Nice. I know that seems like a lot of psychic points to spend, but those Royal Guards are I think they're probably the worst enemy in here for as far as strength goes. They will lay the biggest smackdown on you, so you deal with it as you can. As we run into the same battle again, I'm not going to show this. Alright. Let's check, and this should, I think, be the bag of Dragonite. Yep, there's a bag of Dragonite. Like I said, just give it to Jeff or Pooh. Probably just give it to Jeff. Like I said, the reason being that you want to probably pass it to Jeff is when Jeff runs out of bottle rockets, he's got nothing else to use, so... And these bottle rockets are actually going to be obsolete very, very soon. We should be getting... When we get to Deep Darkness, which you heard about when we were traversing through here, Deep Darkness, we can actually... As we head into Deep Darkness, rather, we can pick up multi-bottle rockets. They're not cheap, but we can get them. And so, since we can get them in Deep Darkness, we're going to want to stock up on those. So, we kind of want to make sure we use a lot of Jeff's bottle rockets before... I think we'll have 2 dungeons, I think. I think this dungeon and the next dungeon before we head up Deep Darkness. So, we just want to make sure we use them all, that's all. as Ness levels up, getting stronger than ever. His muscles are so big, he could kill a baby with sheer power. This time I think we're going to try to magnetize, getting some psychic points back. Let's see if we can do that. I don't think we can do that against the hieroglyphs. I think there's a specific enemy we can actually pull some PSI psychic points from, but no, we can get it from this guy. So when we run into hieroglyphs, I'm going to try to drain a little bit just so we don't have to waste too many items. Because he's going to waste some of these, he's going to waste turns doing shit like that, so. Because I can. Because, yeah. These guys are a little bit easier than the last kind of 2 dungeons we were in, and that's mainly because you can wait and do those dungeons at a later date. You know, you don't have to do them. You can come through Scaraba first, even though I swear last time I was through here, it felt like it was really, really hard. But, you know, you can come back to those other places later to get the sanctuary locations, if you feel you need to. Most of the time, you really don't need to. I love how he just wastes turns like that, and I can just sit here and drain his ass all fucking day long. I'm not going to show the next hieroglyph battle, because you guys can already see my strategy here for keeping our psychic points up. These hieroglyph guys, they like to waste turns, and when they're not wasting turns, they're throwing lightning at me, which I can deflect back at them, so well, there's at least a chance that it'll get... There it is. That could kill him, too. Yeah, he's dead. What an idiot. What a fool. Alright. Sweet. And we'll ignore that bad guy, because he's kind of just wasting my time. I'm going to fight these 2 bad guys. Alright, let's keep moving. Killing me lots of hieroglyphs. Now, there's going to be probably a lot of monsters in this room. Oh, yeah, there are. Look at this. The mother lode. Let me clear out this room of bad guys real quick. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Ta-da! Speed capsule. That'll go straight on to Ness. Because if anybody needs speed, it's him. And I don't mean that in like a very sick and twisted way. He just happens to need it. So let's use that speed capsule there. Because he is the slowest character. That's usually why. And then that cup of life noodles we picked up, we're going to move over. There's actually a rationale behind this. I'm not going to say anything, because a lot of people... I feel bad. Some people just don't get this far in the game, so, you know, we'll leave some things a secret. Alright. So we head down the steps. And there we are. So this is the boss coming up, so most of our characters are mostly healed. Let's just give Pooh a little boost here. He actually is okay right now with what he's got on him. So he's fine. You know what I'm gonna do? Do we have room? Not really. I'm gonna make room, obviously. I'm gonna use the... That's right, we're gonna make some room in a second here. Let's get it on. Now this is obviously an upgraded version of the petrified guardians that we were fighting before. Just hit them with your strongest attacks. As you can see, we've got some pretty strong ass attacks, that's for sure. Pop him with the big bottle rocket, and you know what, Pooh? Go ahead and throw out that Viper. May as well. It won't do much, but you can at least dump it. At least I can say I put it to use. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. And he got poisoned, which makes it even funnier. Get some, bitch! He didn't even get a single attack in. What a whore. Kicked his ass. Levels all around. Nice, 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 nice. That's good. Here's looking at you, kid. Nice. And very nice. Jeff didn't gain a level? What the fuck, bro? Talk about getting gypped. He's got to be like, what, 1 XP from leveling? No, he's actually pretty far from leveling. No, I guess it takes... No, I don't know. Well, whatever. He's 1 IQ shy of what he needs to rebuild the bazooka, so it makes me sad. Making me sad. Okay, so we stepped on that. We need to deal with what's coming up here, so let me clear out this room of bad guys. Alright, let's get moving here. Now we should get the rain pendant. We'll give it to... Yeah, we'll want Jeff to have it. I think we want to equip it too here, as that's a better little body upgrade at 144. And the rain pendant's pretty much a water defense pendant. As far as what we can do with it, we're going to end up selling it at some point. But what I need to do is pass... I could just drop the crystal charm. It didn't cost very much. So I could just drop it. Well, I hate to have to leave the dungeon just to sell something that's only worth about 300 bucks. So, you know what? Let's drop it. It served its purpose. I almost really didn't even need to buy it. Bye, Felicia. Let's keep moving. Alright. Whoa, yeah. We're going to try to avoid a couple of battles if we can. Just because we are running low on psychic points, and we still need a few to finish this dungeon off. So we don't want to fight too many bad guys. We can fight, like, groups like this is fine. We can handle this. In rough. Alright, another flight of stairs, and then we actually are going to get the Hawkeye coming up, which is one of the story-related items that you actually need. So that little switch we touched in that far-off room literally opened that up, that hole for us. So that's where we're going to be heading. I can deal with that. Alright. And down we go. Alright, let's grab this. Yes, I want to get it, you idiot. I came all this way not to grab the Hawkeye. And just make sure, under all conditions, no matter what, Jeff has the Hawkeye in it. That Pooh does not have the Hawkeye in his inventory. It's not a big deal, it's just something you should be weary of. Alright, let's keep moving. Almost out of here. One more room with a chest, and then pretty much, I want to say like 1 or 2 hallways. So let me clear out these foes. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh, perfect. Well, we need to... Definitely could use that. I was running low on PSI there for a bit. And obviously another one of these. Alright. This will conclude the chests for the area. And a diamond band, which we already have full diamond bands, so we're obviously going to sell them. Be kind of silly to keep one, you know, because they're, you know, very expensive. Alright, so we did good there. Killed off those 2 enemies. Now it's just a matter of making it out, in a sense, making it out alive. Just as a heads up, I'm just powering through this hallway, because it's just a gauntlet of random battles. So, I'll see you guys when I get to the top of that stairway. How about that? Alright, so, whew, made it through that gauntlet of battles. And one last battle to end it here, but I'm going to go ahead and show this one. May as well. You can see I've burned through almost all of my psychic points trying to get there, and that includes every time I fought one of the Pharaoh hieroglyphs, I would absorb PSI magnet it with both Paula and Pooh for about 2 rounds. So that's about 7, 8 psychic points of battle with them. So you can see that this is a little bit of a gauntlet, especially if you kind of want to make the battles go faster and you do use a lot of psychic points. So it does happen, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we finally gotten out of there. I got a Pharaoh's Curse too as a drop. I actually never gotten that to drop before. I don't recollect or recall ever getting it to drop before. But don't really have the means of giving it to anybody right now, so it'll just be what it'll be. Okay, let's move on. Because this is about to happen. This is why you don't keep the Hawkeye on Pooh. Well done, you have made it. And he heals us, I believe. We finally meet Prince Pooh. We met him in Dalam. You understand? There's only one answer. I must stop you here, even if you don't want to. So, anyways, we're gonna lose Pooh while he learns the ability Starstorm. What Starstorm is pretty much like Ness's PSI special, except it's Pooh's special, and there's 2 grades of it. So, you definitely would want him to learn this. Now we're back in the desert. Make sure we talk. I think we gotta talk to this guy. We have too many things. We just need to use something. I have 2 sudden guts pills. That is completely pointless. Son of a bitch. I have a shitty little item. Could just drop a big bottle rocket. Hate to do that. I'm gonna have to do that. Somebody's screaming, no! Well, I don't really need it anymore, because we're about to get new ones, which make these bottle rockets obsolete. Oh, that's good soda. Alright, so, oh, there's one of those red caterpillar fuckers. Come here. Come here, you bitch. Your asshole is mine to rape. Your asshole is mine! And Pooh's not here, so they get even more experience. Woo! Oh, yeah. See, I forget they appear down here, too, so that's kind of cool. Come on, IQ. Yeah! So now he has enough to repair the broken bazooka, and we'll talk about that in a moment. It actually, it really does make everything obsolete at that point. It makes the broken bazooka is an item you can use round after round after round, and I don't believe it ever really runs out. And so a lot of people try to use it for a long time in the game. They'll use it in place of an attack. I don't think you can target it with it, though. You're kind of stuck attacking the same thing, or whatever the bazooka wants to attack. I don't quite remember, but the specifics to it. But I remember there were issues with it. Now we're inside. We are inside Dungeon Man. The whole thing with Dungeon Man, for lack of a better term, is it's a pretty weak dungeon, but it's a maze for the most part. Remember that a lot of the enemies that are in here were the same ones we saw in the Forsyth department store. These enemies, you just need to make sure you focus on the scalding coffee cup and anything you haven't seen before. Those are usually your most threatening enemies, and then you deal with them according. Alright, let's keep moving. As you can see, there's a lot of these enemies here. And it's really, they're just a bunch of easy battles, but what's really cool about Dungeon Man is you really never have to leave here. This place actually has all the affinities of a town, outside of, I think, shops. It's got, places to restore your health. It's got all that shit. And we are victorious. Alright, so from here, as you can see, all the amenities are here. There's an ATM, there's a hospital, because there are no closed hospitals. There's a dollar phone or a pay phone, and there is a bench where you actually get full health, and I believe Jeff will work through the night at these benches, as you can see. And if he doesn't, and I'll try this a few times, and if he doesn't, I will make an effort to make sure when we get out of this dungeon, we go and get him to fix that broken bazooka. Yeah, I'm not going to dick around with this too much, because there's, you know. But here's the other issue with this place, too, is there's shit that can spawn anywhere. They can spawn anywhere at any time. Not that these enemies are all that threatening, they're just kind of annoyances, if anything, because you're not going to get a lot of XP from them, as you saw. You get like very, very little. So this is a dungeon that you definitely don't want to dick around in. There's nothing here of great value. You know, you definitely want to move through here as fast as you can, and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and rest. I'm gonna save. I gotta fire out a deuce, man. And then when we get back here, we're gonna go ahead and finish. We're gonna continue the episode actually through Dungeon Man. So let's get that done. I'm gonna also see if Jeff will fix the bazooka. Oh, look at that, he did. Sweet. Alright, so we're back, and I shit you not, man. I just did my flash boom bang attack in the bathroom. It was massive. So I wanted to show you something I noticed when I got back. Ness has now become homesick. Homesick causes Ness to, in a sense, miss turns in battle. It's nothing severe. You just need to be aware that it can happen. When this happens, all you gotta do is call the mammoth. And then she makes you feel all better. You cannot preemptively, like, call mom or go back to Ness's house to get rid of homesickness. There's just no way around it. Unfortunately, you just have to deal with it as it happens. It's not a big deal. It doesn't break the game or anything. It just sucks if you're in the middle of a dungeon and you have no access to a phone. So I'm kind of glad we found it right when we did, because it would have sucked to go through this dungeon with it, especially considering the enemies here are not very strong, and there's no boss. So you're just fighting a bunch of really weak-ass enemies, and we're going to find a whole bunch of useless items here, and I'm not kidding. So I'm going to take time while we go through this dungeon to use one of the sudden guts pills just to get rid of it. Probably try to use something in her inventory, probably the PSI Caramel. I'm going to try to use some of Jeff's bottle rockets to get rid of them because we don't need them anymore. And we really technically don't need the key to the tower anymore. But we have to hold on to it because we're kind of stuck. So our goal is to dump a lot of this shit because we're going to find stuff in this dungeon. And really the only thing of value is there's going to be IQ capsule that's actually very annoying to get to, because getting it means you have to go through the entire dungeon a second time. But at least you can sit there and say, hey, you got it. Fuck it. I'm just going to drop one. I'm just going to drop the sudden guts pills. I'm going to drop them both too because we need the room. But they're worth $250, like I give a shit. Money is so secondary at this point. And anytime we grab an eating item, we use it to recover any lost HP right away. There's no reason whatsoever to keep anything. Because look at, there's there's resting benches all throughout this dungeon. So the need to heal is constant. Not necessarily. No, let me rephrase it. Not that it's constant. It's just you're gonna always find yourself having to do it. We just picked up 2 items: the Mulukkahaya soup. So we got that, and we need to. What do we need? We're gonna need room for. We're gonna pick up a plush bear, and I forget what the other present is over here. It's something useless because I remembered throwing it away as soon as I got it. Speak of the devil. What is this? $5 American. Okay, I think this is the useless item, and I have no room for it, do I? Well, we gotta come back this way, so pretty sure we do. So we'll get what's up here first and see if we can get a battle to go, and of course we didn't. So let's just use... I don't know what to get rid of! Get rid of the Mulukkahaya suit. That's fine. A super plush bear, which is actually somewhat useful. Though these enemies are not worthy of attacking my super plush bear, but here we go. Here's some enemies. One of them running away from me, so, Wow! Nice. Though Ness didn't level. Now we still need to make room for whatever's here, which is useless. It's a... You know what? Since I know what it is... Actually, I don't know what it is. I know it's something useless. So we're not going to bother with that. We might have more room to get it later when we come back down through here, but... Yeah, like I said, we got to do this dungeon literally twice in order to get that IQ capsule. And you bet your ass that is something that's on the... to get... That's definitely an item you want to grab, so... And in order to make room, because we're carrying a lot of PSI caramels and shit like that, you bet your ass I'm going to use things like Scotch Beta and Fire Beta, just to use up that auxiliary psychic points that we're holding on to. Specifically because we're getting items called hard candy, And hard candy heals psychic points way better than PSI caramels. So, like, when Ness gets to, like, 50 psychic points, I'll probably pop a PSI caramel on him. Just so that way he can get away from, you know, so that way we have more inventory space. There we go. We'll one-shot him. Instant win. Okay. No. We have too much shit. Yep. Damn right. Fuck that coffee. Okay, so these are the ropes here. Now there's 4 ropes. I believe they're named. So anyway, 3 of these ropes lead pretty much nowhere, while this rope is the rope you want to take. Let's go ahead and keep on trucking here. Now there's a whole bunch of different ways that we could go. I want to say... if we go this way, we can get to a bench. Not that I need that. Not that I need a bench right now. This is, okay, that's $10. There's no other chests up here, so let's go ahead. And now we're starting to run into other enemy types here, which is a good thing, because, again, it'll force the use of items and stuff as we fight, what are they, the Lesser Mook? We remember them from Mother 1, don't we? Again, the same routine is usually fine. Oh, I should have used Jeff's bazooka. I should also use some of Jeff's bottle rockets on these enemies, because there's no point in holding back on Jeff. Money is not a problem, I assure you. Take that, you stupid mook! And that's the other reason you want to definitely kill mooks fast. They hit hard. Take that, you stupid mook! Alright. Cool. QL. You know what? Let me see here. I will not use that. I will use a heal. We'll use a PSI caramel, make some room. Alright. Let's go ahead and go down here. So the $10 is really what you went up there for. There's 2 other items here. One of them I think is a healing item, and the other one I believe is another sudden guts pill. So kind of lame, but it is what it is. Let's go fight some mooks. Bring it, you stupid mook! And we're off. Let's go ahead and grab, what is that, pizza? We eat that right away. There's no reason for us to keep something like a pizza around. Pizzas are kind of outdated anyway. We're looking for like the bigger pizzas if you're really wondering, well, what kind of pizzas are actually useful? The bigger ones. Sudden guts pill. We'll just drop that now. Like I said, I feel bad I didn't really call the... I should have probably dumped a lot of my, you know, auxiliary item stuffs on a... What are they called? The Escargot Express guy, but it would have taken like 10 minutes to do that, because you got to keep calling them and having them come back. And got another PSI caramel. We'll use that on Ness. Just because, why not? Alright, so now we're up here, and this is like the zoo of the dungeon. You'll notice a trend here, and the trend isn't very interesting, nor is it very funny, but it is a trend. It's like a zoo kind of atmosphere. I don't think there are any chests here, and if there are, I think they're over here. Oh yeah, look at that. And there's another bench. This is the most friendliest dungeon I've ever been in. And we'll just use that wet towel there. May as well. Yay! Freaking sweet. Alright. We'll go ahead and head over here. Up and out. Now this is the final floor, which is kind of cool. Mr. Jeff, we met in Winters a long time ago. I'm Brick Road. Dr. Andonuts finally made me Dungeon Man. If you want, I'll come with you guys for a while. The return hole is over there. Jump in that hole and then walk out. Okay, really quickly, there's 2 holes that he's talking about. And what you need to know is that I don't think we need to go through the dungeon again yet. I think we just gotta do someday, but not today. Okay. I know we gotta do this dungeon twice. And the reason why is pretty strange, but we do have to do it twice. As we pick up a new fight here, which is cute little UFOs. So these are slightly different. Just hit them with all you got, because we're gonna pop out right at the end of the dungeon, which is perfect for us, because there's a bench right there. So you may as well just go fucking balls deep and murder them. Though I think these are actually a weaker enemy. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, they're weak. They're definitely weak. This is overkill. Eat my chessboard of psychic awesomeness. Anyway, like I said, they're creatures that are really not worth the time. So don't waste too much time fighting them. We just got a picnic lunch, which we're going to dump immediately onto Jeff. He lost 1 HP. Eat fucking picnic lunch. Eat it. Eat it. Okay, here's a fire by bad guy. Now, the item we're looking for here is actually down below. You guys remember this guy from Moonside? He'll be a fucking pushover as usual. We'll probably beat him in the next. We'll beat him in the very next round. So, skadoosh! Oh my god, that kill was freaking sweet. So we'll head down here. And an IQ capsule. And we'll obviously put that on Jeff. It'd be stupid not to. And we're attacked by variable gifts of plenty. Gifts of plenty. We're about to know what it's like to have the worst holiday ever. Now Jeff uses fucking heavy bazooka. Oh, we do get to pick which target it hits. I didn't. Maybe it was in a different game then. I'm probably thinking of something else. Get some. Oh, and it hits the enemies next to him. Perfect. Yeah. I knew it was a pretty good item. That's all I could recollect. All I could recollect, indeed. Indeed. I'm not gonna oh, shit. I was about to say, I'm not gonna waste my time fighting that, but I don't have a choice, do I? Now Mr. Bundy will die. Like I said, it doesn't really matter, because we can just go ahead and use the bench. So I'm going to fight this battle. I'm going to use the bench, and we'll meet you outside of Dungeon Man. Dungeon Man! Alright. So outside we go. And look at who's now in our party. Dungeon Man! To rape my foes, to kill them hard and incredibly hard. He's gonna kill them fast, he's gonna kill them hard, he's gonna make them their bitch because he's really big. I don't know. Yeah, but he actually participates in battle. I'm not kidding. He can't be targeted by enemies, I don't believe, but he's definitely following us around in battle. And it's funny as hell when he gets an attack off, but I think he goes last, so you may not even see it. Which is a shame, because it is funny as hell. Because he pretty much just insta-gib anything he hits. But he can only single target an enemy, and that's about it. There's not much to really say other than that, to be honest with you. Oh yeah! So you can see we didn't even need him, really. Oh, well, okay. Guess we kind of did. But there, look at that. One melee attack did almost 500 damage. Yeah, he's pretty fucking ripped like Hulk Hogan. Side of the present, there was a royal iced tea. Yeah, like I'm really gonna hold on to that. Let's just use that. Why in the hell are aliens stealing royal iced tea? Maybe that's why they're invading. We've come for your iced tea, mortals. So anyway, you can wander the desert all you want, but really your goal is to get down here where we are right now. And if you go too far, Dungeon Man can't follow. And so probably my best strategy is to make sure we get in a fight with the surrounding enemies as well. That way we have Dungeon Man on our side when we go and face them, but it's negligible at the end of the day. Wow, he hit the fucking thing with his purse. What a bitch. Oh, whatever. Paula's leveled up. Yay! 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 I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch! Yeah, so just let those aliens fly on up here. So they can fight me and my Dungeon Man. Oh! Go figure. So Dungeon Man can no longer come with us, and he's blocked us in with all the aliens. Great! Ain't that just super? So let's make our way. I want to show this as a new enemy here, because it's a Marauder Octobot. Again, I'm just going to go all out. There's no reason to be timid at all. We've got the heavy bazooka, yeah. Let's murder him. We will be going back to Brick Road in just a moment anyway, so don't worry your little heads. Blammo! You at least got to see him attack twice. Once with his purse attack and once with his beefy attack. Alright. Now you can imagine him getting a smash, it's even funnier. Deetnard is on the other side of the river. The monsters are very strong, and you can lose your health just by wandering in the swamp. Do you want to cross the river? Even though you know it's a stupid idea. Yep. You'll be dragged in. It's a different story if you have a submarine. Let's talk to Brick Road, as there's really nowhere else to go. Please enter. So we enter, and now what we gotta do is, guess what? We have to climb Brick Road again. Yeah, I'm not fucking kidding. We gotta climb Brick Road again, and nothing has changed. The enemies are all the same. The route is the same until we get to the top. So here's what I'm gonna do. Since you've already seen me climb Brick Road, I don't think you guys are that interested in seeing me climb it again. So when we start back up here, we're gonna be at the zenith of Brick Road. We'll be up in where his face is and everything. So we'll see you guys there. Okay, so we've made it to the top of Brick Road again, with actually not even fighting one enemy, which is weird, but an old submarine at the back of the dungeon. It can be used across the river. There's a goodbye exit over there. Take you to the submarine. Don't make a mistake on which exit you take. Alright, so the goodbye exit is the second hole, which had a sign in front of it the first time we were here. Now we can actually go down and we're going to actually get an item for Paula, so we need to make an inventory space. I picked up that snake that I skipped on earlier just for completion's sake. That way I can say I've opened every chest. Because we had one spare slot. But we're going to need a slot in her inventory in just a moment. So let's go ahead and pass the diamond band to Ness. And then we'll go ahead and take... this should be a... Yeah, okay. I knew there was an upgrade for Paula here. So let's go ahead and equip that. You see, it's better than the lucky coin, which we can now also sell with our gold band, or our diamond band, rather. We head up. Up, up, and away! There's a phone, which we don't really need. There's a revitalization chamber, which we don't need. This is what we need. So just gonna go ahead and fix the sub. We got a sub! A motherfucking sub! Sub! Okay, I'm done with that. And thus we are on our way to deep darkness. The dreaded and feared and loathed deep darkness. Oh yes, beware, beware. Be afraid, be very afraid. Deep darkness. Okay, I'll stop. So, when we get to Deep Darkness, there's some things we can do. Nothing major, mind you. It's nothing important, really. What we are probably going to do is make sure that we can teleport back to Deep Darkness. That's the big thing, the real big thing you have to be worried about. The other thing is making sure you have room to teleport to the real world. This requires some explanation. First, let's talk to... I don't really have anything to drop off, do I? I just have stuff to sell. Yeah, I do have some things to drop off. We're carrying... We don't need the key to the tower. We don't really need the big bottle rockets, but we'll deal with that in a moment. And actually, I'm going to deposit the bag of those 2 bags of Dragonite. So I'm going to deposit those 3 things. That should really get us going here for what we need. We need to make a lot of room, and we need to move things around a little bit. So I'm going to dump the bags of Dragonite while we take care of one other instance here. And I want to say... No, we don't need to spend the night. Okay. So the thing with Deep Darkness number 1, first and foremost, is that you can take damage by being in the water, the deep parts of the water too long. So you got to be wary of that. And we bought a piggy nose back in what was it, Skriaba? And there's a reason we bought the piggy nose, because there's stuff that we can find here. Some of it not, it's mostly relevant, but it's not hugely relevant. Once we find as much as we can really gather, which is, I think, let me think, 1, 2, there's that one by the tree. I think there's 4. Wait, let me think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 5. There should be 5 of them. There's these little items that are hidden throughout this area, and I'll show you what they are when we get there. But for what it's worth, all you need to know is that there are important items. They're not important, but they're nice items to find, and I'll show you how to do that if I can recollect how to do it. So here we go. We're going to actually go over the first one right now, which is over here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see we're taking damage. Go to the piggy nose. I can't go left further. Oh yeah, I can. And so we go back here, use... Okay, so it's on the inside of this inlet here. And as you can see, we're searching for magic truffles. And taking damage because we're looking for it. Really? God damn it. Find it! Up and to the left. So it's up here. It's where I was earlier, damn it. Come on. Okay, I can't go much further down and to the left, so before it tells me to go up. So it's got to be around here somewhere. Let me... Okay, wait, damn it. If I really can't find this one, I'll just move on. But it's like, it's a pain sometimes. I can't go down further and to the left. I'm like, oh my god. It's almost not worth it. Down left. Okay, well, okay, so down and to the left. You'd think it'd be like right here. Up and to the left. Well, I can't go straight up. I can... Let's see. Okay, so it's literally left of where I'm standing. So there... Okay, so let's try this. Let's get out of the water because it's murdering my ass. So maybe it's over here? I know it's around here somewhere. Come on. Oh, fuck that. You know what? Keep your fucking truffle. Just keep it. I don't want it. If I have to go through that much effort to get the damn thing, it's not worth it. That's me working way too hard to get a truffle. There's easier truffles to get to than that one. Don't remember where that one is for what it's worth, but I know there's one over here. I want to say it's like right here. There it is. Ta-da! So we get a magic truffle. Yay! Dream-like delicacy. They said it to grow at the base of trees in wet, muddy places. It restores about 80 psychic points. So that's gonna take over for our... these will definitely replace all of the rock candy, because the rock candy, I think, does something similar, if I'm not mistaken. Speed... Oh, wait a minute. These are different. Oh, well then let's use these on Ness or Jeff. Let's use them on Jeff, because he has a chance of getting an IQ. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That means I should have used these a long time ago. I don't know why I thought they were something else. Rock candy. I thought I had another one somewhere. Maybe Pooh had it. That's okay. We can get it from him later. Yeah, he must have had the other rock candy. That's fine. But anyway, the PSI caramels have lost their value. So you could pretty much sell them, because we're going to pick up some magic truffles along the way here. So, and as you can see, there's this guy. And he sells a combat yo-yo, but more importantly, he sells the coveted multi-bottle rocket. We're going to replace all of our current bottle rockets with the multi-bottle rockets, and we're going to max them out as best as we can. So let's see, let's sell all the old bottle rockets. We don't need them anymore. I'm also going to sell all the old gear that we're still carrying. And I believe you can actually do a level 1 teleport out of here, and I'm going to try to show you how. It's a little tricky, but you can actually do it. Let me just deal with this real quick. Yeah, take my fucking bottle rockets. They're useless now. Now that we can get the multi-bottle rocket. Woo! And I may not even have to leave the area. Yeah! Give me the money! Let's see, let's sell. And the idea is that we're going to come back to Deep Darkness several times to replenish any of Jeff's multi-bottle rocket losses and whatnot. Okay, where's that other item? The lucky coin, there it is. And I think that's everything. Yeah, we're not going to actually have to leave Deep Darkness. So I'm going to buy some bottle rockets. And on the next episode of Let's Play Mother 2 Earthbound, we head through Deep Darkness. We'll see. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.